In this video, I'm going to show you why editing like MrBeast can be one of the worst things you could do for your brand. I'm going to share my experience as a video editor working with a client and how we both realized that editing like MrBeast was a mistake. It wasn't helping us get more views or followers. And I'll share what we did differently to actually get a viral video every week. Now, spoiler alert, this has nothing to do with MrBeast's brand. He's doing great where he's at. The fact is that his style of content simply doesn't match your brand. So what happens is when you upload that content that the style doesn't match your niche, it ends up not attracting anybody to your community. So for your next batch of videos, here's 3 do's and don'ts that are going to help your content be both more genuine and perform better. The first point of what not to do is editing with the wrong graphics. A lot of people are using bright colored popping captions with a bunch of images and stock footage all popping up on screen at once. And I get it, we were trying to do the same thing. We wanted these results so bad. How do we get high views? What are these viral creators doing? Now let's try this. Here's the first point of what you should do. What we found on the educational space, what made our hooks 10 times better is focusing on the text and topics of our video and making sure what we wrote down on those first couple of seconds shared what the topic of the video is about and entice them to keep watching. Posing a question in the first couple of seconds, that's intriguing to people that maybe even there's some controversy around. And I simply decided to put a relevant graphic or one piece of stock footage to help identify our audience, put the captions on screen for people can read, stay engaged, and let the hook itself be that unanswered question that you propose to the audience. Once we made this change, we started seeing a significant increase on the views for every upload. All right, next up, the second point of what not to do. Overly energetic pacing. Creators are using transitions that are so over the top, it makes viewers nauseous. That energetic pacing is used for entertaining a younger audience, but your audience is probably not as young as MrBeast's audience. Or 2, you just have no trust in the content you're posting. You're trying to put all this engaging graphics onto a crappy video. So let's pump the brakes, and here's what you do instead. Make engaging content, not energetic content. Now that sounds obvious, but a lot of people disregard other people in their niche that are having success with different video styles that aren't as very mainstream. There's definitely a lot of people online getting millions of views for slow gardening videos. In our case, since we were educating a niche, we found out these graphics and pacing were too fast that it distracted from the information we were given. So we tweaked our content formula for a couple cuts in the intro of the video. We were very specific with our graphics and text around the hook of the video. And something to keep in mind is maybe the information or topic of the video wasn't bad where the video failed. Maybe just the beginning of that was. Maybe you did a good job of explaining a certain topic, but you just didn't do a good job of hooking people to explain that that topic is important. The third point, as a video editor, I was putting way too much on screen. Whether YouTube or vertical content, you really just want 3 things on screen at once. Your talking head, or maybe it's not talking head, it's stock footage. And if you're doing vertical content, captions. And then 3, 1 graphic at a time. Doing more than that too often, it just kind of overstimulates the viewer, makes them swipe away these days. So what do you do instead? Well, there are easy things to do to be engaging. You can still cut every couple of seconds, whether that's just a zoom in, a crop in, or cut to B-roll. That's all really helpful. If you do a lot of talking head educational content, that's what I specialize in. And I really tried focusing on highlighting captions. People read captions naturally. Just finding another way to highlight them, bring people's attention to it is really helpful, because if they're reading on the video, they're watching the video longer. And at Video Loadout, we have a bunch of animations and sound effects designed specifically for retention. That's why it's called the Retention Pack. Check it out if you do a lot of educational content. I use it on pretty much every video I make for this channel. And I'd say last thing, this is huge. A lot of the time you could be making good content, but you can still not get a lot of views. And a good thing to check after that is, especially on YouTube, or what videos are recommending your video. It's kind of like a metric whether to blame yourself or not. And when I looked on what videos were recommending my video, no wonder I was getting less impressions and less clicks. The videos that were recommending my video just aren't relevant to my niche. So unfortunately, the algorithm can kind of screw your video over like that. And it's all about what's in your control. And it's one of the things is the video topic itself, and more uploads is going to help you find out what you should be doing as a creator a lot sooner than if you upload once a month or less. If you want to get better at video editing specifically, I'm giving away all my free advice, trying to help you guys in your career, in your craft. And if you found this video valuable, please give it a thumbs up. If you are editing educational videos like this, check out videoloadout.com. We got a bunch of great things to help you edit better content and keep your retention on your videos as high as possible. See you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Cheers.